Hey guys, I thought I would do a vlog about how I'm making this cosplay. The cosplay I am making, as you can see by the title, is a Dave Strider cosplay. Today, as I'm recording this, it's March 18th and I need this cosplay by April 5th, so I am in a little bit of a crunch. For shoes and pants for this cosplay and his sunglasses, I'm going to use stuff that I already have in my closet. I am going to make the shirt and his katana, and I am going to get a wig and style it off of Amazon because I have a gift card from Christmas that I haven't used yet. Anyway, we are here in the parking lot of Michael's. Did I come here right after track practice? Yes, I did. Anyway, let's get the stuff. Just grab one of these. Oh god, I got the sticker. I made a mistake and I found the stickers. I love stickers, so I'm gonna try to escape without buying any, but we'll see if I'm successful. Look at this. Oh my god, this is adorable. But no, I'm here for other stuff. Changing the shirt because I found cheaper ones and they're cotton, not polyester. I found the foam. It was a lot harder this time because they freaking moved it and they don't have their cosplay section anymore, but here it is. We got a support rod here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's one of these. We got some of the good cosplay glue right here. Only $4.99. Okay guys, we are back. We got glue, a plain cotton t-shirt, EVA foam, and a support rod, which currently is sitting in the back. It was only about $22, not too bad. So now we're gonna get home and I'm gonna start on the shirt. Okay guys, the first thing that I did is I marked the center here. This t-shirt is 27 inches long, 18 inches wide. So I used those numbers to get the center point. I did put a line there for the vertical, but anyway, I'm going to use this point to center the design for Dave's shirt. Okay guys, so before I continue, I just wanted to lay out some dimensions for you guys. So the whole piece centers around this point. This has a 1/2 inch radius. This first circle, circle, has a 2 inch radius, and this circle has a 5 inch radius. All of these outlining bits and these, except for this one, have a thickness of about 1/2 of an inch, and the design is placed at the dead center, revolving around it on the t-shirt, which is right here. Alright guys, so I got the design all laid out, and we are going to be using some black and red paint. I got a plate to use as a palette and an angled brush. I'm going to be using an angled brush because of all the sharp corners here. And for those who have never seen Dave Strider's shirt before, most of it is black, but like this inner part here is white, and because of the color of this shirt, we're going to leave it. All these borders in this are black, and here is red. So let's get painting. I'm going to start with the red so I can clean it up with the black if I, like do a stroke and it's in the border or whatever. Okay, another update because I just got this idea. So I put one of my watercolor paper sketchbooks inside the shirt, and I wrapped the shirt around it so it would be tighter and easier to paint on. So, and also so it doesn't leak, just in case, onto the other side of the shirt. So now let's get started. Okay guys, ignore that. It is almost 10 o'clock, but the Dave shirt is finished. Don't ask me why it took such an egregiously long time for me to do. I just take a while sometimes, though to be fair, I didn't start working until 6. Oh god, it took me like 4 hours. Anyway, it is now done, and for tomorrow, I'm gonna focus on starting the katana. I found a little step-by-step guide that I can look for, and I have a half day and no track practice, so it's really gonna help me to make it with that extra time I have. So See you tomorrow. Okay guys, it is the next day. It is March 19th, and I took the shirt off of the sketchbook after letting it dry overnight. I think it came out super well. I got it on a hanger. I'm gonna go hang it up, and later today I will start work on the katana. Okay guys, it is the next day. We got my template out for the sword. We are cutting it, holding the piece of paper together with tape, and I used a micron pen to draw it out. Down here is the handle. I already cut it out. We have the blade, and then over there is the guard and an extra handle piece so I can layer foam. And it is 2 something on March 18th, so we still got time, but I know this sword is definitely going to take me a few days. Okay, so we got the patterns cut out. Excuse all my supplies here, but there's the sword, and it is currently on some 4mm EVA foam. I'll be cutting out 3 of these patterns, and yes, one of the things holding it down is the Walking Dead book 1. I'll ignore that. What I'm going to use is, I shift around a lot when I am tracing something, so I will be using pins to pin it in place, and then I will be using an X-Acto knife to cut out all 3 patterns. And looking at this, I will be using practically all of this EVA foam, so nice. Okay, so I got the first blade cut out, and just for reference for anyone else who wants to try to do this, EVA foam oftentimes comes in rolls, so using books to help flatten it is definitely a good idea. I have a lot of manga right here flattening it while I cut the other one out, so yeah. Okay, as I'm doing this, I thought this might be useful for anyone who hasn't pinned down a pattern like this before, especially with foam, so I thought I'd show it. So we're gonna go off of this. We have this pin placed, and what I'm doing is, to make sure it's flat, I'm going all along the design just like that, just like dragging it so it's completely flat like that, and then I am putting in another pin on the opposite side and just putting it down until I can't anymore. So it stays completely flat, and your X-Acto blade won't have any problems with the design shifting. Okay, now that we got the 3 main part of the swords cut out, I'm going to do the guard. I will cut out 2 of these, and I'm also doing this before I do with the main part of the swords because I am currently using manga to flatten them out, all 3 of them, because despite laying like this for quite a bit, they are still very bendy. So let's cut out this guard. Okay, I actually decided to cut out 3 of the guard pieces instead of 2, just so it could match the same thickness as the blade. And now let's get into assembling the blade. Okay, so now that the blade pieces are a lot less floppy, at least the first 2, we are going to take the wooden dowel for support, and we are going to put it in of the sword. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace it on one of the blade pieces, and after that we are going to cut a hole out of it so we can fit the dowel in and glue it down properly. Okay, so more manga. I glued the cut piece onto the second piece. It is still sticky. I just got some glue on myself, and some on the manga. What I've been doing is I've been walking across this to make sure it spreads nicely and, you know, gets even. I'm not really sure what I can do in the meantime because I can't glue the guards together because I need to cut the hole and I need to figure that out. I might glue this on, but contact cement, contact adhesive, whatever, it says it takes 24 to 72 hours to fully dry, but I'm gonna see if there's any way I can speed up that process. We got the support beam in. I'm using this blow dryer because making the glue a little tacky helps it dry a bit quicker, and that is kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm gonna let this dry for a little and stabilize before I start to glue the final piece of the sword. Hey guys, so this is where we are at the sword. These things that I had over here, they did not line up at all, so I decided to cut them off because I could not see a way that this would work out. I ran out of glue, and I'm gonna go get some Model Magic to fill in the crevices, so you know what that means, back to Michael's. But here is the current progress. We have the 3 sword parts glued. This third one's coming off a little, and I ran out of glue, so that's why it's not sticking great, but the support is in. And if I hold it up, I mean, the end is a little iffy because there's no support. It will hold up by itself. I'm trying to demonstrate that, but as you see, if I hold it like kind of at the end, it is holding pretty well. So anyway, back to Michael's. Also, before I leave, giving one more update. The wig is ordered. The wig is ordered, and it is supposed to arrive on Friday. So if all goes according to plan, I'm hoping by Saturday I'll be able to have this cosplay completely done, which is great because then I will have a lot of extra time before the con to tweak it, you know, make adjustments. So super hyped about that. Hey guys, here we are back at Michael's once again. We need some Model Magic. I was actually brainstorming ideas on the way here. I don't know why there's like a mark there on my face. It's annoying me. Anyway, I was brainstorming ideas on the way here of what I could use it for, and I was thinking to do some like more advanced sculpting around the foam. And also I remembered that I forgot to get ribbon for Cyberlocks I'm planning on making, so I'm also gonna get that here, so let's go. I'm getting 2 packages of this modeling air dry paper clay. I'm not sure if I'm gonna regret getting 2 packages, but I do need to make another sword, so I don't know. I'll get these cheap sculpting tools for good measure too. I also need white paint because I'm like completely out and I'm almost out of black, so I'm gonna get 2 of the white ones and 1 of the black ones because I'm painting the entire sword black, because basically that's how it looks in the Homestuck webcomic for those who have never seen it. I'm also gonna get these because I need like big brushes, and if you're wondering why I'm buying so much stuff, I'm just putting myself ahead for like future projects. Getting ribbon for the Cyberlocks too. Okay, doing a little Michael's haul. I just spent $50 because I needed stuff for this project and other projects. I got 2 bags of this paper clay, this air dry clay, because I need it for this sword and another sword. I'm also planning on sculpting something else besides those 2 swords, so I got these tools. I got the cheap ones because I'm not doing any crazy sculpting at all. Though we are doing a sculpting unit in art. I got way too much ribbon for some Cyberlocks. I am making a lot of hot glue sticks, so I would not have to come back here. 2 things of white paint so I can do a base coat and not have to worry about running out. And black paint because I was about to run out. And jumbo brushes so I don't need to use my like 1mm thick brush for a whole katana. Anyway, let's go back home and continue working. Hopefully it's like kind of dry now. I'm back home firing this bad boy up with some of these, getting ready to work again. My entire room smells like glue. Okay, so now that we got it all glued together and stuff, I'm going to trim the excess because it is very uneven. And I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife again for this. Okay, now that that's over with, I want to mention 2 things. 1, didn't use the X-Acto blade. I use these crazy shears. They cut right through it. And 2, now I'm going to be cutting out 4 of these to add to make the handle much, much stronger. So I am deciding to cut this part off of the handle because the support is a little shorter, and if I had the handle parts all the way back here, I would not be able to hold the sword. I will be adding more of these just for some added weight, because it is pretty unbalanced. I would say it's ever so slightly heavier on the blade side than the handle side, so I think if I add more on each side, I think if I add one more, I'll be able to even that out, so let's see. Alright, so we got these two, and I made marks on the sword of where I'm gonna glue them, so let's do that. And if you're wondering what these are gonna be side pieces over here to give it more of a clean look, and so I don't need to use as much clay. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'm going to call it for today. I made crazy progress with the sword. I basically got all the foam down. All I need to do is correct some imperfections with the clay and paint, which I can hopefully do tomorrow and Friday. I'm hoping to get it done by Friday because that's when the wig will be here, and I want to have track practice Friday because I'm doing a blood drive and I am not supposed to exercise. So I will have more time. Anyway, I gotta clean up because I have foam everywhere, but see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, day 3 of the Dave Strider cosplay. Keeping the windows and the door open, my room has seemed to completely air out of the toxic glue smell, which is nice. I left the katana sitting here. I put the guard pieces here so I wouldn't lose them, and they have been, it has been compressed by 4 omnibuses of different mangas and comics. So let's see how it's doing as we remove this. It reeks of glue the second I take these off. It reeks. All right, let's see. They are on there. Nice. I will come back later to do some details with my clay and hopefully start painting. All right, before I go to work on my cosplay, I got my free ice cream cone. There's also Rita's nearby, but it has like 10,000 people outside, so I'm probably just gonna have this. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take my clay and I'm gonna start first with the handle. I'm just gonna fill in some of these gaps here to make it more even, and I'm also gonna use my scissors to make it more even, but I'm mainly gonna use the clay. So let's get into it. Okay, so I filled in all of the gaps and holes on the handle of the sword. I'm gonna wait for this clay to dry, and next I'm going to work on sanding down the blade. Okay, so I finished sanding the blade, and ignore this water. I'm donating blood tomorrow, and I completely forgot that I was supposed to be drinking a lot of water. Though I'm a very avid water drinker anyway, so, you know, I think it'll be fine. Anyway, this clay is taking so long to dry, though this like flaking up is giving me good signs that it is drying, so I might sand down this. But anyway, I'm really excited because I might be able to get it done today, and by get it done, I mean like the painting and stuff. Also, another update, I think having like this giant guard with all 3 is a bit excessive, so I'm going to sand down one and attach it by just sliding it down. I don't think I need to use any glue because I'll make the slit like just big enough so it can slide over the blade, like with a little bit of elbow grease needing to push it down, but obviously it can't go past this. Okay guys, we got the guard on. It fits perfectly onto the sword. I got it to do exactly what I wanted to do. As you can see, it's pretty close to the blade, but it can't go past onto the handle. And now, let's start painting. Hey guys, so it is currently 1:03 in the morning on March 21st, and yes, I didn't start painting yet, but I'm gonna do it now because I really want to finish this and I'm going to work on it even if it kills me. So let's get started. Alright guys, we got the blade painted black on both sides. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white as a highlight, and the handle and the guard are still light. I'm going to do that all tomorrow because the clay is still drying. So anyway, let's get the highlight on and just finish the work for today. Okay guys, here is the blade after my highlight adding. This side does look a little bit worse, but tomorrow I'm going to paint the guard and the handle, and I'm going to do detail work on the blade. So this is the end after my second day working on it. Hey guys, welcome back to day 4 of working on my Dave Strider cosplay, day 3 of working on the sword. And the first thing we are going to address is this monstrosity that I did at 1:50 this morning. Look how nice this one is. Look how bad this one is. I don't even know what happened because I used the same brush and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take black and my smaller brush, paint over this, and then use a smaller brush again to get a straighter and more even line. Okay, so I paint over that line. Now I'm going to take my detail brush again and deal with some of these imperfections like that, and some other areas. Now that I've evened it out in some areas like there and up here and there, I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer to dry it, and then I'm going to paint on the new highlight line. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, except I'm not going to get rid of the highlight line because that one looks pretty good. Okay, so I corrected some imperfections on this side of the blade as well. Now we're going to go over here. I'm going to start with the handle and then go to the guard because for me, just with where the guard is, I feel like starting with the handle would be easier. And of course, I will use the trusty blow dryer to speed up the process. Alright, so we have painted the handle and the guard, but as you can see, there's still some areas of white. So for that, I'm gonna go in with my detail brush and clean those up. Okay guys, moment of truth. I officially finished the Strider sword. I am gonna show you guys now like the full size compared to myself. Alright guys, today is Saturday the 22nd. The wig came in. It came with this super cool wig cap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change into my cosplay attire. Then I'm gonna put on this wig and see if it needs any cutting or whatever. My cat came to say hello, but she's leaving because I'm in a wig and she's scared. Okay guys, this wig is pretty short as is, so I'm gonna leave it. It's nice to have a wig come in that you don't need to cut. I might style it someday, but honestly, it's pretty good for Dave's hair. And now I'm gonna show you guys the full cosplay after I do my makeup. Alright guys, it's kind of hard to show this. Excuse the fact I'm wearing ripped jeans. I don't own any other jeans. Well, I do, I just can't find them. But here is the full Dave Strider cosplay with the katana. Thanks for watching, and if you want more cosplay chronicles like this where I show you guys the full process of me making a cosplay, make sure to like and subscribe. See ya!